Taken on January 24, 1979 by photographer John Whitman for Washington magazine, this black and white photograph captures three pivotal Democratic figures at the National Press Club's annual dinner in Washington, D.C. The Press Club dinner represented one of Washington's most prestigious gatherings, where journalists and politicians could mingle freely away from the formal constraints of press conferences and official interviews. That evening's keynote speaker, House Speaker Tip O'Neill, addressed the mounting challenges facing the new year, from stagflation to energy policy and the Carter administration's efforts to broker Middle East peace following the Camp David Accords. These annual dinners were known for providing a rare space where the press and political elite could interact candidly, often mixing serious policy discussions with humorous speeches and entertainment. The image shows Robert Strauss, the former Democratic National Committee chairman and President Carter's special trade representative, Senator Lloyd Bentsen of Texas, and Hamilton Jordan, Carter's chief of staff. At this moment in early 1979, the administration was working to maintain momentum from the Camp David success while battling domestic economic challenges. Inflation was reaching concerning levels, and the energy crisis continued to trouble Americans. Strauss, the master mediator at 61, stands in the center of the frame. Having recently helped shepherd the Panama Canal treaties to ratification, he had proven himself invaluable to the administration. His office at Icahn Gump became an unofficial neutral ground where deals were struck and confidences kept. With characteristic humor, he'd deflect tension at his tennis matches at the Chevy Chase Club, maintaining a strict policy of building trust through discretion and shared credit. Bentsen, at 58, gestures emphatically on the left. The business-minded Texas Democrat was a fascinating mix of populist and sophisticate. Despite his wealth and influence, he favored McDonald's when paying his own tab, preferred a Diet Dr. Pepper, and drove a Chrysler convertible. A decorated World War II veteran, he had flown 50 bomber missions over Europe, earning the Distinguished Flying Cross and Air Medal with 3 oak leaf clusters. His personal style reflected both his Texas roots and his refined tastes, shopping at Norton Ditto in Houston while maintaining a deep connection to his family's southern Texas ranch. He built influence through measured intelligence and deep policy knowledge, preferring the fairways of Congressional Country Club for his negotiations. His closest Washington friendship with Republican Senator John Tower exemplified how regional bonds often superseded party loyalty. A decade later, Bentsen would achieve national recognition during his 1988 vice presidential debate with Senator Dan Quayle, delivering one of the most memorable lines in American political history. "Senator, I served with Jack Kennedy. I knew Jack Kennedy. Jack Kennedy was a friend of mine. Senator, you're no Jack Kennedy." The moment crystallized Bentsen's reputation for measured but devastating directness. Jordan, at 34, stands on the right, representing the administration's Georgian insurgency that had upended Washington's social order. As Carter's chief of staff, he was working to navigate an increasingly complex relationship with Congress while maintaining the president's outsider appeal. Initially dismissed for his casual style, Jordan's strategic acumen earned grudging respect from the establishment. He chose sailing on the Chesapeake and informal Georgetown gatherings over traditional power broker haunts. Their paths through life's final challenges proved telling. Jordan's recurring battles with cancer led him to establish Camp Sunshine for Children with Cancer and author an inspiring memoir before his death at 63 in 2008. Strauss continued hosting influential gatherings at his Watergate apartment until his passing at 95 in 2014, mourned as one of the last great bipartisan dealmakers. Bentsen faced Alzheimer's with characteristic dignity, his family quietly advocating for research until his death in 2006. The photograph captures a pivotal moment in American politics. These men embodied a Washington where deals emerged through personal relationships built at social clubs, on golf courses, and during late-night strategy sessions. Their era valued the ability to maintain friendships across party lines while engaging in fierce political battles. Strauss through charm and discretion, Bentsen via intellectual respect, and Jordan through strategic necessity. Looking back, the image reveals more than a casual conversation. It documents a vanishing political culture where personal relationships bridged ideological divides and mutual respect enabled governance despite deep disagreements. Their example raises essential questions about balancing traditional relationship-based politics with modern demands for transparency and ideological purity.